Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jason Steele, and this is episode 8, believe it or not. We're still going, episode 8 of Let's Talk PhysEd. With me, as always, my co-host Tanner Rose. Tanner, how are you?
I'm doing really good. It's hot today. Hey, we've got a special guest. We got the Blue Demon from Houston, Texas. All right, should we unveil and see who it really is?
All right, the unveil. Here we go. Hey.
Hey there.
Hey, it's Jorge. Jorge Rodriguez.
It's Jorge.
That was
Jorge,
for all my
how are you
luchador
today?
friends out there.
How you doing today, Jorge?
I'm fantastic. I dressed up for you guys. I got my sport coat on. I got my my Houston Be Someone shirt on.
Houston.
Been strong. I love it. You guys know I designed that. Did you know I designed that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Do you have like a brother-in-law or somebody, a brother who's an artist or something?
Yeah, so I drew it out, and he's a graphic designer as well. And so he digitized it, basically. But I drew it out. He digitized it. Andy Milne put it on those T-shirts, and we sold a bunch and actually raised enough money to buy supplies for one of the Houston schools that was hurt by Hurricane Harvey. So that was really cool. So big props to Andy Milne.
Awesome
Yeah,
project, for sure.
super excited about that.
So, are you ready for the actual interview process?
I think I am. I've seen the show before. I don't know what to expect, but I think I'm ready. I think I am.
That's our favorite part about it is nobody
That's the
ever
show.
knows.
Don't know what to expect.
Even we don't know what's going to happen sometimes. So that's the cool part. Are you ready? Tanner, are you ready too?
All right, let's do it, Jason.
All right. Now, take us through some of the steps on how you decided to leave Houston and accept a teaching position in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. So that's happening pretty soon here. At the end of July, we'll be heading off to Saudi Arabia. So the short story is basically a teaching position came up in the School of KAUST, which is King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, where Andy Vasily works. And he contacted me and he said, okay, I know this is crazy, but what do you think about teaching in Saudi Arabia? And at first I thought, he was crazy. There's no way. And I told him, well, thank you, but no, I can't do that. It's an IB school, and I've been working in an IB school for about 8 years. And, Andy and I are pretty good friends, and he knows, the stuff I do, and he thought I'd be a good fit. So the more I started talking to him about the position, the more I thought, you know what, maybe I could do this. And this is something that's been going through my head for the last couple of years. We did a Foxcast episode with some of the international teachers in the PhysEd community. And ever since then, I've just had this bug, like maybe I could do this. Maybe I could teach internationally someday. And so I talked to my wife about it, and she's like, no way. You're crazy. We're not doing this. We're not going to Saudi Arabia. And the more we talked about it, the more it seemed like an opportunity we couldn't pass up. So eventually we got to the point where I told Andy, I'll put my name in the hat. We'll see. Let's do it. Let me do the application. Let me go through the interview process and see what happens. And so we did. So I talked to a bunch of people over there from Saudi Arabia. We did several interviews with all the administration over there, and they thought I was a good fit as well. And they offered me the position, and I said, okay, let's do it. So since then, it's been quite a journey just trying to get these visas processed and everything going, our house rented. It's all the things that you don't really think about, all those little steps. But I actually sent off all the application and everything for the visa this last Friday, and it's supposed to come back next Friday. So that's all. It's happening. It's happening, and we're on our last stages. And at the end of July, we'll be moving. Me and my family will be moving to Saudi Arabia.
Well, that's super exciting. That's super exciting. Well, good luck to you on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, and for those that don't know, you're a member of the Spark I team. Can you explain what that is or what you do with that?
Yeah, so the Spark Guy team is a pretty cool little project. A few years ago, they started. They basically, asked a few of us from the physics community to be kind of in this group to kind of push forward some different ideas, innovative ideas. So the I team is basically the innovation team. And so we have monthly meetings and we talk about different ideas that we might have, different ways that we can enhance physical education for everybody out there. And they made these little superheroes out of us. And so in the near future, there'll be like a comic book that comes out. And I don't know if I should be saying this, but there'll be a comic book that comes out with some different activities in there and a backpack available as well with different activities. So that might be breaking right now. I don't know if I should be breaking this, but at the same time, I think it would be. I think it'd be
here first, ladies and gentlemen, on Let's Talk Phys Ed.
Yeah, it's going to be a really cool project, and we've been working on this for a while. And like I said, it's different ways that we can, bring some innovation to physical education and make it more accessible to everybody.
That's a really
awesome.
cool project.
So we are having a little, well, now it looks like you're better. You were freezing up a little bit. We're having a little technical difficulties. But now on this one, so hopefully this one works. This is Tanner's idea, so if it's a flop, everybody knows who is responsible. But apparently he's big into paper airplanes. And so I guess we're going to have a little fun now. And Jorge, I need you to grab a piece of paper. Do you have one?
I got one right here.
Okay, I've got a piece of paper as well. I stole it from my son's notebook shortly before I got on here. And we are going to milk a paper airplane quickly. And then we're going to throw them to see who the champion is. So are you guys ready? You have, how long do we got, Tanner? 10 seconds?
No, I give you a 15.
15 seconds. Okay, are you ready?
All right.
Ready, set, go.
Oh.
10 seconds.
Oh, you got to give me some time here.
All right, I'll give you an extra 10.
Done.
All right.
Okay, hold on. One more fold. Oh yeah, all right. I got my supersonic paper airplane ready to go.
You got a name. I don't have a name. All right.
Okay,
so
Tanner, you're up.
Jason. Oh, I'm up first?
We got to show them, right? We got to show the paper airplane.
That is a good one.
Check that out.
Oh, wow.
Check out the point
yeah.
on that.
I'm sure Tanner made that in 15 seconds.
For sure, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's see how it flies. All right. Now, if I can hit my door. I hit the door.
That was pretty good.
Was I in the way for that? I don't know if I was.
That looked good. It looked good. That's going to show real well.
All right, Jorge, let's see you throw.
I don't have much room because this thing would go like 300 yards. I just want to, but I don't have that much room. Look,
if you can get it 3 feet, it'd be awesome. Hey, that flew straight.
You see that?
All right, Steve, what do you
would have
got?
kept going. I want you to know. It would have just.
Open your window.
This is my game room, so it's kind of like closed back.
All right. So who wins? Who has the best? Who has the best throw?
Sounds like a poll.
I think I win for sure. Come on.
We'll see.
Jorge definitely beat you.
Wasn't even close.
Mine was like a no look.
Yeah, we didn't want to look at it. All right. We'll give that win to Jorge. He threw it nice and straight. Mine died because at velocity. All right.
All right, sweet.
So, all right. What are your plans for Memorial Day this weekend?
Memorial Day, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. What are we doing? Tomorrow, we're going to a friend of mine's retirement party. She's retiring after 30 years of teaching, and so we're going to do that. That's going to be pretty fun. And just hang out with my family. They just opened up the pool in our neighborhood, and so I know my daughter is really, really wanting to go swimming, so we might do that. Just go hang out with the family, go to a little retirement party, and just chill.
Do you eat anything special?
I'm sorry?
Do you eat anything special? You like bring a bratwurst or anything like that?
No. Stuff. Not really. When I barbecue, it's usually like fajitas and stuff like that.
Oh.
All right.
That sounds good too. Okay, so now the Global PhysEd brand has been producing some amazing content lately, and so Meow, we were kind of thinking you could tell our viewers about the different ways that Global PhysEd has been sharing some of that content.
Yeah, sure. So we have a podcast called the Global PhysEd Podcast, and so we've been doing that podcast for almost 3 years now. So that's been going strong. I try to produce a podcast once a week. And so with that, we just kind of talk to somebody for about an hour, talk about, what's going on in phys ed. Recently, we started a show, Justin Slider's idea. We call it Beyond the Game. And basically what we do is we look at a tweet, something shared on social media, some kind of activity, and then we go deeper into it. We talk about the standards, we talk about assessment, we talk about different ways we can change the game, improve the game in other aspects, and things like that. So that is on YouTube. So you can check that out on Global PhysEd on YouTube. And let's see, what else do we do? We've been talking about possibly, combining some of our efforts and putting them on a website, possibly starting up a blog to talk about some of the different episodes of the podcast and the show that we do. So that's somewhere in the near future. I'm thinking when things kind of calm down a little bit here at home, and probably sometime after we make the move to Saudi Arabia and things kind of get settled down, I'll probably start that up and just have a different avenue available for people to get information. That's my whole goal, really, is just to be able to take some of the awesome stuff that's going on in the phys ed community and then share it as much as I can with everybody. So some of the ideas that I might have, you guys might have, Justin is a huge part of it. And just share it as much as we can. I think that's really where the strength is in our community. The more we can kind of share our ideas, I think the better it is for everybody. So ultimately the kids would benefit from that, so that's basically what we do.
Definitely one of those better together situations. I mean, for sure. So
you're right. All right. So we've got a game for you. It's going to be called Know Your Host, and you're going to have to guess. Well,
okay.
Or you have to know which one of your hosts are going to be in this little story here. So let's see what I got here. Which one of your hosts, let's see. All right. Who did their student teaching, with some meow, that was nominated for the Meowdle School Physical Education Teacher of the Year nationally? Which one of us?
Okay, so I'm guessing either Jason or Tanner.
It's one of us.
Okay, and I didn't really understand the question. But I'm going to guess
anyway. Ask it again because this is a rewind.
I think I can get this.
Rewind it. All right. Who did their student teaching with some meow, who was nominated for the National Meowdle School Physical Education Teacher of the Year?
Let me see. I'm going to guess Jason.
Incorrect.
I was fortunate enough to do that.
Yeah. For one. Sorry. Okay.
Close. That was close.
Which one of us has a 7 handicap in golf currently?
Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Tanner?
No.
Correct.
I golf about once a year.
Come on. Okay. Bad start so far.
All right. Which one of us has not drank alcohol in about 4 years?
Whoa. Okay. Tanner?
That is incorrect.
Oh, God, come on.
You're doing about as good as Schleider did on her vegetable quiz. All right.
I'm totally guessing. I mean, I have nothing to go off of here.
Totally.
That's the point.
He just looked at me. He's like, clearly not that guy.
With that mustache. I mean, come on.
Mustache, that guy every day. Which one of us had a tooth broken during a sporting event, and which one of us has 4 fake teeth?
Whoa, okay. Can you all smile for me real quick? Oh, that doesn't help at all. I have no idea. Tanner?
But one of them is Tanner, one of them is Jason. So one of them has a broken teeth, and one of them has fake teeth.
Oh, you guys are complicating this for me. Okay, let's go Jason with the broken tooth and Tanner with the fake tooth.
Ding, ding, ding.
He got one.
Yes, and that was a bonus round too, right? So that's worth 2 points.
He got.
Okay, we'll give you 2.
We'll give you 2 points for that one. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Which one of us has ridden a mountain bicycle across their state and a road bicycle across their state?
Across the state.
The long way.
The long way. What states are we talking about here?
North Dakota and Iowa.
North Dakota and Iowa. Jason? Ah,
Sure. Sorry, I'm not much of a biker.
Man, I should have known with all the baseball equipment right behind you.
Yeah,
All right.
You're doing okay, I guess, but
Terrible. I'm doing terrible.
Not.
All right, come on.
I'm trying to lift him up here, Tanner, and keep him
All right.
interested.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Give him a softball.
Okay. Well, which one of us rode the train to Disney World on his honeymoon?
Jason?
That is
All right, you got it.
Yes. How about like an easy one though? Like which one wears glasses? I got that one all day.
All right. Which one of us has broken their collarbone not once but twice?
Oh, that's definitely Tanner.
No, that's definitely Jason.
once climbing a fence and once in hockey.
Climbing a fence. Wait, climbing a fence?
Yeah, I was like 5, fell off the other side. I made it over the fence, but
I'm going to share this part of our show with my 6-year-old because I keep telling him to get off the fence.
Perfect. Which one of us wore his hair in an afro while in high school?
Afro. That's going to be Jason.
That was definitely me.
Come on.
That was definitely me.
I just don't see you with an afro.
Oh, man.
I don't see Jason with an afro. To be fair, I don't see either one of you with an afro.
All right,
last one.
All right. Which one of us has an 8-year-old son named Grayson?
Tanner.
That is correct.
Oh, yes.
And I also have an 8-year-old son named Grayson. So either way, you were right.
Are you kidding? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That's right.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep, both of us. Pretty amazing. So you made it through the Know Your Host round.
I think I did pretty well, too.
Yeah, you got like 1 right. Maybe 3.
Got like 1 or 2 right. Yeah, we'll have to watch it back. I wasn't tallying the score, but maybe you have to do a retake on that, Jorge.
We'll ask the same questions to the next person.
So you've been able to interview some of the most influential health and physical educators from around the world with your global PhysEd Voxcast. Meow, was there someone that you interviewed that really changed the way that you think about teaching and everything else? Like who really excited you about education and physical education and health, or who was kind of the most interesting interview through that?
That's hard because one thing that I've learned from this process of doing, 150 episodes now is that everybody has like a super, and I know this is kind of like a cop-out answer, but honestly, everybody has an amazing story, to go with what they're doing right now. And there's been bits and pieces from all of our guests that I've taken something from, and I've either applied in my own life or, have learned from in some way or another. Our first guest was Mike Casala, the author of the Kinesthetic Classroom. And that was a huge influence on my life. I went to the action-based learning training and I got certified in action-based learning with Gene Blades Moyes, and Mike Casala was in that training, and that's how I met him the first time. And just learning more about him and just talking to him, he's a super awesome guy, and I've learned so much from him. We interviewed Gene Blades Moyes. We interviewed Paul Zintarski. We've had so many like awesome influential personalities in physical education. But then you learn so much also from the people that you've interacted with on social media, because we also, have interviewed a lot of the people who are on Voxer, who I'm friends with and I talk to all the time on Twitter. Justin's been on the show, Dave Carney, Carrie Bullis. I mean, just the list goes on and on and on. And you learn these nuggets from each and every one of them. So I couldn't say one was more important than the other, because honestly, you learn from everybody. You learn from everybody that's been on the show. And that's one of the reasons why I love the show so much, is because you learn so much from other people. And one of the most valuable things I think I've learned is to just be quiet and listen, and let them tell their story, and not necessarily trying to pull these nuggets out, but just allowing it to kind of flow out. So that's been a big thing that I've taken away and kind of applied in my life, is just sometimes you just got to shut up and listen.
I think that's great advice. All right. So do you have anything Meow want to promote before we leave, or how can people learn more about your projects, or how can they get a hold of you?
Well, I'm on Twitter a lot. My Twitter handle is @PhysEd now. And as far as projects and things coming up, I don't have anything, really pressing going on right now. My biggest thing is obviously moving to Saudi Arabia pretty soon. If you want to check out the podcast, anywhere you get podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcast, the podcast that we run is the Global PhysEd Boxcast. And then check out our YouTube channel, Global PhysEd. And that's where you can find, I think we have a couple interviews that we've done on Zoom for the Global PhysEd Boxcast on there, as well as the Beyond the Game series that we've been doing. So yeah, those are some of the ways you can get a hold of me. And if you're on Voxer, my Voxer handle is the same. It's PhysEd now. I love Voxer because you can actually, talk and interact with people there as well. So those would be some of the best ways you can get a hold of me.
Fantastic. Well,
thank you very much.
That's it. That's episode 8 of Let's Talk PhysEd. You made it through it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And, from the bottom of my heart, I know Tanner's very appreciative as well. Thank you for joining us on here. It was a pleasure meeting you, a pleasure having you on. Now is kind of the part of the show where we just smile and wave to some goofy afternoon talk show theme music. Jorge Rodriguez, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jason Steele.
Thank you for having me.